The world is ready to move away from fossil fuels, according to COP28’s final agreement. Delegates from nearly 200 countries agreed on the final draft of the global stocktake, which is basically a report card assessing where the world is at 8 years after the Paris Agreement. The final approved text included language indicating fossil fuels need to be replaced with clean energy in order to reach global net zero by 2050. This is the first time fossil fuels have been explicitly addressed in international climate negotiations. The deal calls for transitioning away from fossil fuels in energy systems in a just, orderly, and equitable manner, so as to achieve net zero by 2050 in keeping with the science, according to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. The agreement also called for triple the amount of renewable energy by 2030, a phase down of coal power, and new climate pledges from nations by 2024. We also saw countries agree to a loss and damage fund, pledging up to $700 million during the summit. That money will help support the nations most vulnerable to the climate crisis. Now, despite the agreement being a big win for the goal of staying under 2 degrees Celsius of global warming, the final draft comes with loopholes and a lack of clarity in regard to both timelines and financing. Many countries in the global south are concerned that this transition won't be just and equitable, since it will require high-income countries to be in charge of both fund management and implementation. Concerns also exist over weak language around human rights, a lack of ambitious commitments from the global north, and Pacific Island nations being left out of the conversation. Overall, yes, there was progress made at COP28, but the agreement, aka the roadmap to save the planet, is still missing necessary specifics. Those will need to be sorted out next year at COP29 in Azerbaijan and finalized by COP30 in Brazil.